He did a movie.
Yeah, I know.
Do you remember that guy?
Jim Krasinski?
John,
that-
yeah, Krasinski, yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
He was handsome. He's a
Yeah,
handsome.
he's a good looking dude.
Okay, so it's that guy. So who would follow the CIA on Twitter? I'm gonna guess 70% of Hollywood. That's what I'm gonna guess.
There you go, Jimmy Dore with another hot take. Jimmy Dore, good old Jimmy Dore. Our generations, or Generation Z's, Jon Stewart. 7 arrested after a spiritual leader's mummified remains found in Colorado home. So, hey Colorado, we need to build a wall. We need a wall on the north side, on the east side, on the west side. Let the New Mexicans come up. We'll keep the southern border porous, but, what the fuck? What? What is this, what do they call those, Nike wearing, Hail Bob comment people? That's not what this is about. This is Karen Garner. So we got to mention Karen Garner. So last year, June 26, 2020, Loveland cops, Colorado. Apparently Karen Garner, she's got dementia or Alzheimer's. She's 73 years of age, right? She's 80 pounds, 70 years of age, and she was picking flowers. So an 80-pound, 73-year-old Karen Garner picking flowers. Apparently walked out of a store with $14 worth of goods, so she may have been a shoplifter, or maybe she, had dementia and she didn't know what was happening or what was going on. So you're going to have 3 police officers who's already quit. They've already quit. So they had all the police reform laws. I think it's telling that they've already got them to quit, right? They're no longer a part of the force. It took a year. They said it took, finally they had, some journalist had said, look what they just did to Karen Garner, right? Some muckraker was able to find this, atrocity out. And Karen Garner, okay, so they're going to arrest the shit out of her, and then they're going to brag about it, saying, here's where I hear a pop. So they popped her shoulder out of, place, a dislocated shoulder. And for 6 hours, they didn't give her any medical attention. So 80-year-old, dementia, picking flowers, dislocated the shit out of her shoulder and lets her, with the dislocated shoulder, just sit there fucking, what the fuck? They had to be painful the whole time, right? Have a dislocated, that can't be fun. That's got to be, for 6 hours she had a dislocated shoulder. So there's an article that was talking about we need to pass House Bill 1122, which is, more training for the police. We need more training for the police. I don't know. I bet you Pueblo probably loved that shit, right? They hate dandelions. They hate sunflowers. She was picking flowers. What the fuck? Loveland cops, they're not fucking around, right? Loveland cops, they don't have any threshold, right? You break the law there, you break the fucking law. No, you get the fuck down, 80-year-old, 73-year-old, 80-pound, picking flowers. How goddamn dare, don't you resist arrest? You will respect the Loveland police's authority. You will respect their authority. I don't know, how much lower could you get than arresting a Karen Garner? If she took the $14, chastise her, tell her not to do it, take the goddamn vase and, take it back. Just makes me think of, I don't know, Frederick Douglass, the Nat Turner, the skull. White people, what the fuck were, white people was like passing the skull of Nat Turner around, just thinking like, what's more, could they arrest, it makes me think of like the cops that are beating the dandelions. Stop resisting, and the cops are just beating the shit out of the flowers in a field. The lilacs and the tulips and the, beautiful flowers in a nice, instead of frolicking in a field of flowers, he's just taking a nightstick and beating the shit out of it, and he's yelling, stop resisting. I feel like, yeah, you couldn't have got more worse unless you were beating the shit out of the dandelions. So they've got the, 3 people to go ahead and quit. Now, what do we need when it comes to, change? For Pueblo, I don't know. The culture of the city of Pueblo is They embrace their goat heads. They embrace their tribulus terrestris. That's their mayor is a goat head, but they can't stand sunflowers and dandelions. And maybe it's a Colorado thing. Maybe it's not just Pueblo. Maybe it's just authoritarian fascist. I don't know. I can't. Colorado is actually. I got a lot of hope. I got a lot of hope for you, Colorado. I got a lot of hope for you. So, House Bill 1122, just a little bit more training. I think we're going to need a little bit more than just, you know, the bill that we just passed. I think we need to defund the fucking police, you know, do what we're saying with the whole defund the police, spend money in other directions. You have to have revolutionary, you know, crime fighters. Defund the police and automatically just start up a citizens vigilante patrol. Just, you know, go ahead and just get the police, you know, and then if you don't like that idea, what's the difference? I mean, you're telling me I'm supposed to trust their people, so we need to have like three-person judges, like automatically, so police officer arrests a thing, an incident goes down, automatically there should be a 3-judge panel that police officer takes that case directly to, for bail, for jail, for arrest, for where do we proceed from here. Automatically, right in the beginning, a judge should be on this, and they should be able to say, okay, no, well, we're going to have to figure this out at a court date, this, and that, and you got to stay, you know, bail at this price, whatever. So it has to be up to the level of defund the police. We had some reform, and I think the reforms are actually probably good enough. But there's some wiggle room. There's still some more things that we could do. But citizens, vigilante patrol, revolutionary, law enforcement. If we're not talking about that, then I feel like that's where if you really want to change the culture, right? As Americans, the people have the power. Where there's people, there's power. And where the police fail, then you need to have citizen vigilante groups. You need to have revolutionary law enforcers. Follow the fucking law. Okay? 7 arrests after spiritual leaders. Mummified remains. How do you even mummify? What the? I wonder if that person had to be a pretty important person. And Moffat? Where the hell is Moffat? Alright, more coming up.